Xander Zayas, the rise of a boxing star, exclusive interview. Imagine having a crystal-clear vision of your future success and then watching it unfold exactly as planned. For 22-year-old junior middleweight contender Xander Zayas, that's precisely what's happening. As he gears up for the biggest fight of his career against Jorge Garcia for the vacant WBO 154 pounds title, Zayas can't help but feel a sense of destiny. "I just feel like all the stars are aligning," he says, and it's hard to argue with him. When Zayas signed with Top Rank more than 6 years ago, he envisioned this exact scenario, timeline and all. He wanted to have at least 20 fights under his belt before his first world title fight, and now, at 22 years old and with 21 wins and 13 knockouts, he's right on track. This Saturday's bout against Garcia will mark his 22nd pro fight, and it's a moment he's been preparing for his entire career. But here's where it gets interesting. Zayas' original plan was to face Sebastian Fundora, the previous WBO titleholder. However, after Fundora vacated his title to pursue a rematch with Tim Tszyu, Zayas was left to face Garcia instead. While he admits to being initially disappointed, Zayas is now focused on the task at hand. "I wanted to face the champion and beat the champion, not just win 1 but 2 world titles," he says. "But it didn't happen that way, and I can't get mad about it. This is business at the end of the day." Now, Zayas has the chance to prove himself against a formidable opponent in Garcia, who has already pulled off one major upset to arrive at this point. The 28-year-old Mexican boxer has won 8 fights in a row, including a split decision victory over unbeaten Charles Conwell in April. But Zayas is undaunted, and his confidence is growing with each passing day. "Little by little, I've been making my mark," he notes. "I've showed the world why I belong in the #1 spot. I've earned this opportunity, and I'm excited about this." As Zayas prepares to take on Garcia at the theater at Madison Square Garden in New York City, he knows that this is his moment to shine. Will he emerge victorious and claim the WBO title, or will Garcia pull off another upset? One thing is certain, Xander Zayas is ready for whatever comes next. And if he does win, a potential showdown with Fundora could still be on the horizon. "Maybe down the line, we can still meet, and I get that shot at my second world title," Zayas ponders. He said in the past he wanted to fight another champion. Hopefully, after Saturday, that other champion is me. So, what do you think? Can Xander Zayas fulfill his destiny and become the new WBO 154 pounds champion? Or will Jorge Garcia spoil the party? Let us know in the comments. Jorge Garcia's underdog triumph, can he upset Xander Zayas next? Underdogs aren't just fighters, they're forces of nature when underestimated. Jorge Garcia's shocking victory over Charles Conwell proves that dismissing a challenger based on odds can be a catastrophic miscalculation. What most observers miss is how Garcia weaponizes that underdog status into strategic fuel. He actively prefers being the B-side against favorites like Xander Zayas this Saturday, and his mindset reveals why underestimation might be boxing's most dangerous blind spot. Garcia stunned the boxing world 3 months ago by handing previously undefeated Charles Conwell his first professional loss via split decision. Despite entering their match as a massive 13-1 underdog, Garcia dominated significant stretches of their elimination bout. 2 judges scored at 115-113 for Garcia, while 1 judge controversially favored Conwell by the same margin. This seismic upset earned Garcia a shot at the vacant WBO junior middleweight title against highly touted prospect Xander Zayas. Now entering another bout as the underdog, DraftKings lists Zayas as a 4-1 favorite. Garcia explicitly embraces his position. "The B-side is my favorite side because of the happy results we've been getting," Garcia told The Ring. His victory over Conwell wasn't luck, it was a tactical demonstration of mental fortitude. "He would hit me, and I would respond even stronger," Garcia explained. "I increased my punch volume round by round while his output declined." Garcia attributes part of his success to opponents' consistent underestimation of his skills. "Conwell's team saw me as unimportant, an easy target," Garcia revealed. My record often makes people overconfident. They assume I don't belong on big stages. But Garcia's 33-4 record with 26 KOs masks an undeniable truth. His combination of ring IQ and relentless pressure makes him uniquely dangerous when opponents grow complacent. The championship showdown headlines ESPN's final Top Rank broadcast this Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. In the co-feature, undefeated featherweights Bruce "Shoo Carrington, 15-0, 9 KOs, and Matheus Haida, 14-0, 9 KOs, battle for the WBC interim title. Junior welterweight prospect Emiliano Vargas, 14-0, 12 KOs, opens the broadcast against Alexander Espinoza, 20-3-1, 9 KOs. But here's the controversial question: is Garcia's underdog advantage sustainable? After all, one judge scored the Conwell bout against him, suggesting Garcia's style doesn't universally resonate. And Zayas, 21-0, 13 KOs, presents younger, faster challenges than Conwell. Does underestimating opponents actually create self-fulfilling upsets? Or will Zayas showcase why elite talent eventually overcomes determination? Garcia's entire career trajectory hinges on this answer. What's your prediction? Does the underdog triumph again, or does raw talent prevail? Share your perspective below. Xander Zayas vs. Jorge Garcia, WBO Junior Middleweight Championship full preview, Top Rank Boxing. Get ready for an explosive night of boxing as unbeaten Puerto Rican sensation Xander Zayas takes on determined Mexican contender Jorge Garcia for the vacant WBO Junior Middleweight World title. But here's where it gets controversial. Garcia enters the ring on an 8-fight winning streak, including a split decision upset over previously undefeated U.S. Olympian Charles Conwell. The co-feature pits Brooklyn's own Bruce "Shoo Carrington against undefeated Namibian Matheus Haida for the WBC interim featherweight crown. Carrington has been on a tear, racking up 4 straight wins in 2024, but Haida boasts an impressive 14-0 record. And this is the part most people miss: Carrington and Haida are ranked number 1 by the WBC and WBO respectively, adding even more stakes to this showdown. Rounding out the main card, Mexican-American prospect Emiliano Fernando Vargas faces Ecuador's Alexander Espinoza in a junior welterweight battle. The action kicks off Saturday, July 26 at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Plus from the theater at Madison Square Garden. What do you think? Will Zayas continue his meteoric rise, or can Garcia score another upset? Is Carrington the real deal at featherweight? Voice your opinion in the comments and let's debate these burning questions as fight night approaches.